Spoiler warning. I'll be talking about the first episode of Love Live Nijigasaki second season. But if you haven't seen the episode yet, then I suggest you watch it first and then come back here. Okay? Okay. So seconds in and immediately we get treated to an MV of the girls and the animation is just gorgeous. The music is simply an instrumental version of Nijiro Passions and I love that. We just get to see all of the girls in suits and ties. Some scenes were hot while some look really ecchi, like with Ayumu and Setsuna holding hands. We all see the girls using powers and whatnot and it was so cool. The animation was just outstanding and stunning. As we then zoom out of the screen and just see all of the girls amazed at the finished output of their application video for their next school idol festival. It was directed by Shizuku and edited by Rinako, as they then discuss about things like when to release the video or how amazing the last one was. But before all of that, Kasumin provides everyone with snacks and they all have a fun time together as we then move to a different scene and see Shioriko walking in the hallways receiving a message from Lanzu saying she has finally arrived at Japan and we just get a shocked reaction from her. We then move to Mia who is listening to school idol music as Lanzu walks right next to her. And it is shown here that Mia does the music for Lanzu, I believe. Not entirely sure, but that's what I got from them here. And here we just see Yu wasted from practicing the piano all night long. Ayumu calls and the two head to school together. Even Ayumu is concerned for her at this point. But Yu would reassure her that everything is fine since it's what she wants to do. We then hear some Kasumin noises as she, I, and Kanata were picking from a lottery whether they could use the auditorium or not. It was cute seeing them cheer Kasumin on as well. While Nana, the student council president, talks about the student council stuff, and it really surprises me how Shioriko is there, even though I believe she wasn't in the first season. So is there a gap between the first and second season or not? Can you guys tell me down below? And another thing is that why does Shioriko look lifeless here? She barely made any emotions whatsoever. Afterwards, the girls can have a concert due to their other clubs happening in the same day. Rina and Shizuku then looked at each other as they said if given another week, they can even improve the application video. Setsuna then says they're able to show their video on the west screen despite being brief so they can still spread the word. And we just get a montage of all of them doing their best, making props, making their booth, Yu doing her best on playing the piano, Rina and Shizuku editing and improving their video. It really shows us how hard these girls really want this to be a success as they give it their all. So we move to the next scene and finally, Shioriko smiles, but as Lanzu enters the scene, she loses the smile. I don't know, I just think that's funny. As Lanzu is looking for the school idol club, we get to see Ayumu and Yu carrying boxes as we then learn that Yu has been multitasking with helping the girls out while focusing on her music course at the same time. And we even see that just a second ago of her, which looks like she's studying late at night. As Lanzu immediately rushes towards Ayumu and gives her a hug, both Ayumu and Yu let out a huge as she then introduces herself and says she came all the way from Hong Kong to Japan to be a short-term exchange student so she could become a school idol. And she introduced herself to the others who were in the booth as well. Their interactions with each other is pretty cute as Emma states that Lanzu is the same as her, and they are. And Mia is also a short-term exchange student, but Lanzu says she has no interest in school idols, but I disagree. Also to note, we get to see Hanpen again, the white cat Rina and I used to take care before from the last season. We also get to know that Lanzu and Shioriko are childhood friends, and as she leaves, Lanzu's bye-bye was just so adorable. Afterwards, we get to know that Ayumu has become more famous ever since the last school idol festival. As Ayumu, Yu, and Lanzu head towards the East Tower, we just get a shot of Lanzu looking at Yu differently here, and we get to see a little bit on how she views at idols in general, while Kasumin rushes them as time was running short, and we just get a shot of Kasumin taking over the mouse, and I believe she exits a window and pulls out the USB drive. And seeing that kinda concerned me as I was watching, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm wrong and what I'm thinking isn't gonna come true. And it did. Looks like something terrible has happened and the video used was the ones they weren't gonna use at all. Everyone was confused, yet it was simply adorable. Even Karin agreed with me, until she decides it's not and just freaks out. Shizuku, Rina, and Kasumin rush back to get the accurate one, while Shiroko apologizes to them that they have to continue the schedule since time is short. Mia then uses their computer to broadcast the music, and we get a debut performance from Lanzu. My god, is her performance so beautiful. I just love her voice, I love her song. The choreography was amazing, the lights were beautiful. Each scene with Lanzu either in different clothing or different location, she was just gorgeous. I was just stunned from her performance. And the others were stunned as well from her outstanding debut performance. As everyone cheered, and because of that, they were able to get the actual video out on time. After everything that happened, Lanzu won't be joining the club, for her ideals doesn't match with theirs. And she also questions Yu's reason for participating in the club, despite her dream not being a school idol. And we've seen how much Yu has been doing everything for the club and her own studies at the same time. But Yu manages to stay strong and keep doing on what she believes she loves. And her friends around her supported her. It was such a wholesome scene. Nana arrives and asks what's wrong as Shiroko looks at Lanzu and the others. And the episode ends there with Yu's wholesome smile. But it doesn't end there actually. We have a credit scene where two girls, in which I assume are idols, notice Lanzu's performance, and it seems they have a connection with each other. So these girls could be the rivals the Nijigasaki Idol Club will be facing in the series. Now if I were to rate this episode, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Everything about this episode was just amazing. We get to see the girls again, interact with them, meet new characters like Shioriko, Lanzu, and Mia. And I'm just looking forward to Yu's story as a character as well, and just seeing where the story will go moving forward. Okay, seeing Shioriko act with no emotion is so weird to me, considering I play Love Live School Idol Festival All-Stars. I just hope she isn't like that in the entire season, and also I love her fang as well. The thing that bugged me though is that Lanzu says she does it on her own, like being a school idol and stuff. But I believe Mia is the one who does the music for her. Not entirely sure, but I don't exactly know. I guess it just bugged me. And that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that reaction or review. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. See ya!